Hello, I'm Walt Richardson. Tonight we feature 3 extraordinary singer-songwriters who all bring a unique style to the stage. It's coming up on Songwriters Showcase. Good evening and welcome to the Tempe Center for the Arts, venue for Songwriters Showcase. Our first performer, Pat Beary, grew up in Connecticut but now calls Prescott his home. A broken arm during childhood led to an unusual yet engaging posture and playing style. Pat's songs often focus on relationships, periods of change, and self-doubt. Here's Pat Beary.
If I'm having a bad night playing music, then I did my job. You know, if I'm having a good night playing music, then there's absolutely nothing else like it, and that's precisely where I'm supposed to be.
I recall I left a phonograph with you, some recordings I had made, some young and foolish tunes just for you. Am I a photograph, an autograph, a mimeograph of your mother's man, with as tight a grip as ever kept on your other lover's hand? You call, I run, and Juliet is the sun, wearing thin like the chalk outlines you've drawn. Are the words you choose too few to draw conclusions? Just look at the way we lie. You're back to my chest, with my face to the sky, muttering things on butterfly wings. If wishes were wheelchairs, we'd ride.
The indulgent part of going out and playing music is, and the way I've described it to some people, it's a little corny, but it's like you get to share this with the whole room. It's like group therapy, but only you get to talk. So there's a little bit of guilt there because I know I'm going to get a whole lot more out of it than they are. Feels that way.
I recall I left a phonograph with you, some recordings I had made, some young and foolish tunes just for you.
It's the time that I kind of get to have to myself. I have a busy life outside of this, and having the time to myself to explore every little side road of those tunes and anything else I come up with is really nice. It's my me time. If you're the only person in this coffee house, in this bar, I'm going to be really uncomfortable singing songs because I know you can definitely hear me. If there's a room full of 1,000 people, it's easier. It's a lot more comfortable the more people that are there for me.
You know I hate to have to be the one to tell, but the facts are finally speaking for themselves. I could be miles and miles and years from you, and all it would mean is that the time didn't change a thing, and that the years sailed by on a breeze. On the backside of the block, a key left there in a lock, but house it never was and never will. There could be worse things still. Someday life could smile if they got torn it down for a while, and then they would listen to some of the rhythm that's been pounding out the answers. Some of those questions just might satisfy themselves. worse things, I suppose.
I had a simple fall off of a bike when I was about 12 and landed exactly wrong on a pebble, about that big. And the pebble went inside my elbow and broke every bone in my arm. You know, I learned to play with my arm in a cast, and then a few years after that I broke my tailbone, so I sit sideways and hunch over. I play wrong.
Make a list of things I don't yet know. A quiet stare with an undertow. A half elastic smash of a girl. As good as gold and pale as pearls. As smooth as silk, as tough as nails. Quick like a whip, trade your head for your tail. And who do you think you're fooling? Darling, you're fooling. I split the blame, and if there's any to spare, I'll put a kiss on your neck. Could hide somewhere. The sun doesn't shine, the rain doesn't fall, so we could never go back at all. Now you figure is fooling who I'll never get through. Who do you figure is fooling who I'll never get through to you?
It's sort of all or nothing. It's either all comes together and it's done, or it just lingers and wastes away in my notebook for another 5 years or so. But it comes when it comes.
Now list the things you never know. At the top of the left-facing page, first row. With the rest of my love, 2 big hands to hold. Out-of-state plates coming to carry you home. A good reason to smile when you wake up. A reason to mess up your makeup. 2 arms, 2 eyes, an occasional surprise. Now you figure is fooling who I'll never get through you. Who do you figure is fooling who I'll never get through you? Who do you figure is fooling who I'll never get through?
I tend to leave the evening feeling like I should apologize to at least somebody in the audience. There's somebody that didn't like it, and that's fine, but I got away with something.
Music veteran Shawn Johnson has performed more than 1,500 shows in his 20-year career. He has shared the stage with artists such as The Fray, Moody Blues, and Everclear. His infectious lyrics and up-tempo sound will have you happily singing along. Here's Shawn Johnson.
I started playing music in Massachusetts 22 years ago. I learned G, C, and D. My friend taught me, and I wrote a song that night. That was the start of it.
Help me, I'm falling fast, and how I wish this night would last. But you and me right here and right now. come on and take a chance. We're rolling in and out on this wave, and you got that look, says I better behave, and here comes the wave change. We're not to blame, we're innocent on this day. We'll ride it out and say, well, it's okay, it's alright, feeling good tonight. Yeah. Remember that time down by the park, we played after dark games all night into the day. It's alright, I said it's okay.
So I've been told, and so I believe people can feel it when I get in that zone. I call it the nothing zone sometimes, because you're just completely in the song, completely in the moment, the connection. I live for those moments. I think I was born for those moments.
Tell me one thing that you know, and I'll say my love. Darling, I will grow way past the point of no return. Baby, we'll love. We're rolling in and out on this wave, and once again, see that look, I better behave, and here comes a wave change. Maybe we're to blame, it's alright today. Ride it out and say, yeah, well, it's okay, it's alright, we're feeling good tonight. Remember that time down by the park, we played after dark, yeah, all night into the day. Lord, it's alright. I said it's alright. It's gonna be alright, alright. Come on and help me, I am falling so fast. How I wish this night could last. It's you and me right here and right now. Let's take a chance, yeah. We'll be singing sha-la-la, sha-la-la, sha-la-la. We'll be singing sha-la-la, sha-la-la, sha-la-la. Come on and sing it sha-la-la, sha-la-la, sha-la-la all night long.
You can follow your dreams. You can make it happen. But it takes much more work than you can even imagine. It's not good enough to just have your 20 friends tell you you're great, which I think a lot of people get caught up in, and you just keep doing the same thing, keep playing the same gigs. And that's fun, and it's great, but it's not gonna get you where you really wanna be. I think that's the thing about music that people forget, or don't even know. It's like, it's just like anything else. The longer you do something, the more you should move up in your ranks. The better at it you'll be. The more you stay industry driven, the better your chances.
Help me if I'm falling fast, and I don't care how long this is gonna last. It's you and me right here and now. We just take a chance, yeah, come on. Take a chance, we were playing after dark games, yeah, come on. We were playing after dark games, yeah. All night, lover, into the day, yeah, yeah.
live is where it's at for me, always. I go in the studio because I feel it's a necessary evil.
I wanna write the perfect pop song, one that everyone can sing along to. Sha-la-la-la, sing along. I wanna see you on the big screen, see my name in lights at the big time, my baby. I'll make you so proud of me, just like that, lightning fast. I could hit, man, wouldn't that be legit? Sometimes it feels so close, I can't barely breathe. And this is me. And if I want it all, well, it is all for me to dream. Well, I'll take my one shot at the big time, my baby. This is.
I'm like a calm nerd. I'll be in the sidelines, I'll be in the background. I don't need to be up front. It all comes out on stage. It's a different person altogether. And that was important for me. And I've met a lot of musicians that aren't that way. They're like, look at me all the time. Yeah, I'd rather not have it when I'm not on stage.
I could stay in my comfort zone and make a little instead of a lot. 20 people to 20,000. I love every minute of what we got. Well, I'll never try to be the man, just a man who knows a little more about me. This is me. If I want it all, well, it is all for me to dream. Well, I'll take my one shot at the big time, my baby. This is me inside of you. This is you and me. I can be free. So I can be free. Put your loving arms around me. I can. I can be free. This is me. Yeah. If I want it all, well, it is all for me to dream. Well, I'll take my one shot at the big time, my baby. This is me.
People often tell Peter Roberts they don't like country music, but they like his country music. It's a type of encouragement this recent Arizona State University graduate needed to expand on his own musical career. His passion for songwriting and ability to inspire a good time atmosphere for a live audience has Peter focused on taking his career to the next level in Nashville. Here's Peter Roberts.
My music is acoustic country currently. I like to call it acoustic music with a twang, but that's the funny thing is a lot of my friends who come to hear my music, they go, I don't like country, but I like your music. And I want to say, well, that's because there's no real, twangy country elements to it other than my voice.
Let me tell you about this girl who's got me in a twist. She's a 9.99, I insist. She's like that song stuck in your head that just seems to persist. She makes you question everything that I say or do. Yeah, it's getting bad, I don't know who to turn to. I've met a lot of similar girls, but this one's something new. She's got me feeling like a smallmouth bass, caught up but trying to outlast her like a Texas rodeo clown, chased down and knocked to the ground. That man who smokes his pack a day, nicotine won't let him change his ways. I could throw out every example in the book, Yeah, but what it all really means is damn, I'm hooked.
I definitely do have a very strong redneck, rowdy side, you know. I like to drink beer and I like to do all the normal rowdy redneck stuff that most of us like to do, but at the same time I think I'm also able to, you know, cut it back and turn on a more professional playing attitude at the same time.
She's got me feeling like a smallmouth bass, caught up but trying to outlast her like a Texas rodeo clown, chased down and knocked to the ground. That man who smokes his pack of tea, nicotine won't let him change his ways. I could throw out every example in the book. Yeah, but what it all really means is damn, I'm hooked. I guess there ain't no point in trying to run. It's like trying to put out a forest fire with a water gun. And all this fighting myself is really taking its toll. So I guess I'll just sit back and let that hook take control. She's got me feeling like a smallmouth bass, caught up but trying to outlast her like a Texas rodeo clown, chased down and knocked to the ground. That man who smokes his pack of tea, nicotine won't let him change his ways. I could throw out every example in that good old book. Yeah, but what it all really means, damn, I'm hooked. Ooh, I'm hooked.
If someone could listen to my music and be able to say, you know, I really like that song's fun, or walk away with just a positive feeling about the whole show, is really all I'm going for.
When darkness covers your eyes, when you're lost and there's nowhere to hide, and just when you think that you can't make it through, that's when I'll stand by you. You falling with no strength to stand, and that's when I'll stretch out my hand, and I'll carry you through hell if I have to. Yeah, I'll stand by you, and I'll stand by you. You stand by me, and together we'll survive this tragedy. We'll rise up as brothers, even we'll be outnumbered, 'cause I'll stand by you.
If you can bring like an aha moment, like an oh, people, like when I hear songs and I go, oh, that's what he's singing about, that makes me be like, that song is cool, man. Like, okay, now I know what he's talking about. And then from then on, you can listen to it again and hear it from that point. And I think that's a lot of the type of music I like to bring, is what I would call an aha moment.
Though we may all suffer pain, it's love that we need to sustain. Should you ever doubt what this whole world's about, that's when I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. You stand by me.
My major has been business management, And initially when I went into college, I thought, you know, I'll try something, you know, maybe be, you know, an agent or a manager for artists, because I've always loved music and I've wanted music to be whatever I do in my life. My plans are to move to Nashville, and once I do that, I'm going to try to play music, and if that doesn't work, hopefully I'll have made enough contacts to try to at least do something in the music business using my degree.
And until then, I'll stand by you. Thank you.
I would like to thank the Tempe Center for the Arts for hosting the Songwriters Showcase series. For information about this program or any of the other events happening here, please check out our website at tempe.gov/TCA. Until we meet again, keep playing, keep jamming, keep singing.